What's going on, everybody? It's going for the latest news, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. This is going to be a Raw and SmackDown review here. I repeat, Raw and SmackDown review here. If you miss Raw, you didn't really miss much. Was Raw was type trash this week. It was just a couple of key points on the show for me, and a couple of reference to the Beast Brock Lesnar, which we're gonna get into late in the video. I'm hearing that he could possibly make his way back sooner rather than later. More than likely, probably gonna save him for the Royal Rumble. That'll be the best time to bring Brock back if they is gonna bring Brock back. Also, Jimmy Uso turning up on Raw to try to convince Jay to help him out with this new bloodline because they definitely need some help. It wasn't really much to happen on Raw besides a Money in the Bank tease between Tiffany Stratton. Her and Rhea Ripley started the night out, talking. Nobody really cared about that. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't. I love me some Tiffany and Rhea or whatever, but they started the night with that, and they pretty much ended the night off with that with the Money in the Bank tease. She was teasing a cash in on Liv Morgan because she can cash in on any champion. She don't necessarily gotta cash on Nia Jax, but it's set up for her to cash in on Nia Jax. It's pretty obvious. That was a little key point teaser. But besides that, Jimmy turning up to trying to convince his brother to Jay Yeet to join the original bloodline against the new bloodline. But Jimmy wasn't trying to hear that. Jay wasn't trying to hear that shit. He like, get out my face, nigga. But it's set up for design. I like it. Kofi Kingston had a match with Braun Breaker. It was a decent match. Braun Breaker came out on top. Miz continued to play this heel character. He caught R-Truth with the skull crushing finale and left that man. But I don't know what's the plans there, and then as far as with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, I don't know if they stopped the heel tease with Woods, or they just put it on pause for now, or they just still keeping us guessing with that, because when Jay came to the aid of them, when Braun Breaker about to whoop their ass, or he was whooping their ass, when he came to the aid of them, he didn't, when he went to go check on Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods didn't really do a real hell reaction. I mean, he didn't shake Jay's hand also, so that could play a part in it as well. So yeah, I don't know if they put that on hold for a while, or they just, because I'm not too sure when the New Day 10-year anniversary thing they supposed to have, or I don't know if that bypassed already. You guys can let me know in the comment section, 'cause I'm not too sure about that. Because if anything, I don't know if they saving it for that, or probably gonna have like Big E make an appearance to try to. But so far so good, because they did not, and it really ain't been no heat with the New Day as of late, as far as this past Monday is concerned. But also Seth Rollins and Big Bronson Reed cut a good promo on each other. They about to set up a match. I don't know if they saving it for like a pay-per-view match. They should save it for a pay-per-view match. I don't see that being other than a pay-per-view match. Probably at Saudi Arabia they gonna fight it out. Maybe. I'm not too sure about it. But yeah, I feel like that should definitely be a PLE pay-per-view match. Also, Gunther and Cody Rhodes was cutting promo against each other, because they will face off at Saudi Arabia for that newly championship, that big ass championship belt, which got a lot of diamonds in it. I ain't gonna lie, it is well detailed with diamonds, but it's just a big ass belt. Like, that belt is humongous. Like, excuse me, I know it's supposed to be just for like the one night thing with that belt, or once a year with that championship. So I guess whoever wins it between Cody and Gunther is gonna have to defend that championship every year. I don't believe they're gonna be carrying that belt on the weekly shows. I don't think it's set up for that, or whatever the case may be. I think it's set up for just a once a year thing. championship. So I guess whoever wins it, that's the time they do come out with it once a year. But I don't get it though. So what if what some down the line a year later, one of the guys, either Cody or go to drop their titles. I mean, would they still have to? How would that work? Like, would they still have to defend that Saudi Arabia championship every year without holding the top title? I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna play that out, but yeah, they had a great promo against each other, which they also had a great one on SmackDown, which um I don't know why they had two of them, but I mean, I guess I mean could have saved the time for some other shit, you know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. But like I said, oh, and the war, oh no, not Viking Raiders anymore. They the War Raiders again. Ivar, I forgot his partner name, but I know Ivar Sticks. No, I know his partner was injured for like a year or whatever the case may be, but they came back and raised havoc. I like them. I always liked it them Ivar on War Raiders. I always liked it them as a tag team. They got a lot to offer, especially Ivar. He's definitely great in the ring. He proved that when he had to run as a single competitor, he was great in the ring. So like to see those guys continue on with the tag team because the tag teams are starting to like re-pick back up again. We got the Motor Machine Guns made their debut on Friday Night SmackDown. We're gonna get into it. They had a great match. But it was set up for them to pretty much go over that night. It was pretty obvious they wasn't gonna lose. With their debut, they had they had an entrance. The other competitors didn't have an entrance. I even forgot who they was even fighting because they were the only one that really had an entrance, man. But shout out to them. But yeah, Raw wasn't really much to cover there. It was trash. It was not such a good show. Not gonna lie, but overall, SmackDown was a decent show. I might add, but I'm also might add that these reference to Brock, man. Is Brock Lesnar gonna make his way back to WWE? I'm really thinking so. And then we jump to SmackDown this week. Tribal Chief Roman Reigns made his appearance. Jay actually made an appearance on the Bloodline, trying to soothe out the family issues between the brothers or whatever. He ain't really come for no beef or whatever the case may be. But man, Solo and the new Bloodline, they ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean? They all about business. They all about business. You know what I mean? Solo ain't come to play around. You know what I'm saying? As you see there, he whooping the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns ass. So, yeah, great tag team match with Team Pretty Deadly, DIY, and the Street Profits triple threat match. That was great. Yeah, SmackDown was definitely the better show this week. It was definitely a better show this week. Can't lie. Um, Especially with the Tribal Chief being there, Roman Reigns. It's always great to see the Tribal Chief there. You know what I mean? Nia Jax and Tiffany Strand again. I don't really care about that. Cody Rhodes got like another good promo, whatever the case may be. Um, I was wondering what happened with Austin Theory and Jake Grayson Waller, A Town Down Under. You know what I mean? I was pretty much wondering what happened with them. Also, Kevin Owens, he cut a promo on I think his social media. He pretty much left it to Nick Aldis like, yo, I need something to happen. You know what I mean? It's not fair that I'm on SmackDown, whatever the case may be. So, um, Kevin Owens is definitely about to be the most heelish ever. I feel like, especially if you don't get his way, but that's still up in the air. But as you see there, man, the Bloodline mean business. They whooped Jimmy ass in the back, brought him out to the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. But Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, I don't know, man. And Solo was like telling him, you gonna acknowledge me, or else what? Or else. And the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns like, He yelled, "Oh, what?" That was funny. Yo, Robert Reigns' reactions and his facial expressions is top tier, man. That man is just great all around. Promos got better. Ain't even gonna lie, man. Tribal Chief Roman Reigns is definitely going to come for his revenge once he aligned, Jay and well, he already got Jimmy, and then the wise man Paul Heyman is gonna make his way back to the scene too. As far as Sami Zayn, he's been off Raw for quite some time now. Ever since I believe he took the loss to Gunther, he's just been off the show. So I don't know if he's gonna still be a part of this bloodline storyline. Because let's face it, he's the honorary Uso. He was a part of the original bloodline. But somebody put out I think a good point on social media. I don't know if it was yesterday or whatever the case may be. That if Sami Zayn was to rejoin the bloodline again, how would Kevin Owens feel about that? You know what I mean? I know that probably would set him off the meter rack, seeing that his best friend pretty much rejoining the bloodline as the honorary Uso. I mean, that actually was a great point somebody made, man. I ain't gonna lie, cause I never really thought about that. I mean, maybe because I didn't think I will see a heel Kevin Owens in quite some time, because it's been some years since Kevin Owens has been an actual heel, and I know they was kind of well, they didn't really tease a Randy Hill, but everybody was expecting it to be Randy Orton to be the make the heel turn, but I guess they swerved everybody and had KO do the heel turn. Now I don't know if they're still gonna have Randy still do the heel turn, but as of right now, I don't think so because fuck, hell, Kevin Owens attacked Randy as well. So Randy he need his get back too. As far as Cody, he got bigger fish to fry as of right now. He can't really get to the bottom of the Kevin Owens thing because he got Gunther to work by Saudi Arabia for that Crown Jewel Championship. So I mean, as far as after that, I don't know where Cody goes from there because I think he's pretty much done with the bloodline for now. I think they got him out of the mix with the bloodline. I guess they trying to have other plans for him. As far as Randy Orton, I'm not too sure, but I know he definitely wants his get back on Kevin Owens because I believe he needs some explanations too, or maybe he ain't even gonna be trying to look for explanation. Maybe he just gonna just try to get his get back on KO, but KO feeling some type of way because he feel like Randy, he chose Cody over him, and he was like really hurt behind that. So he said he didn't never thought he would do that to Randy, but it ended up happening because he was like, oh yeah, I know y'all say y'all always do this to all my friends or whatever, whatever, but yeah, I don't know where they going with this. As far as this bloodline and Jay joining, it's eventually gonna end up happening. Obviously, they still got time to build this along or whatever the case may be, but there's still no word on the Rock, man, like on why he showed up at Bad Blood and stuff like that. It's just that's still up in the air. A lot of things are still up in the air, as far as with the bloodline, and then you still got Phila Zula, I mean Phila Fatu, Zilla Fatu, and Tola Tonga, the brother of the Tongas is supposed to come in as well soon. I don't know if it would be around that timing, but if it is, what side are they gonna join? Is it gonna be like 1-1, or is it gonna be like two on, what I mean, that joins one group? Because that's still up in the air. Or is they gonna be part of the Rock's bloodline, possibly? Because I'm hearing that it could be a possibility of the Rock bringing in his own set of bloodline family members. I seen a post about that online as well. About last week. That could be like a strong possibility that it could be the first bloodline against the new bloodline against a newer bloodline as far as who the Rock brings in on his team or whatever the case to me, or he could be a part of this current new bloodline and we don't know because Solo did say it was part of the plan. So I don't know if he was capping or if it really was part of the plan because The Rock didn't really point up to Solo and them and cut them off. He really did it to Roman. What was it Roman, Cody, and I believe was it KO? I can't remember if it was KO. No, it wasn't KO. It was Randy. Yeah, it was Randy. I believe. So yeah, it's just I don't know, man. Tribal Chief Roman Reigns got to figure this out, man. Cause with The Rock lurking in the scenes and stuff like that, and this bloodline whooping his ass every week now, it's getting real tiring. As far as like Jay, like I said, I feel like they're gonna try to cost Jay the title on Monday the Bloodline because he came out and tried to intervene in I guess Solo's business, and he ain't even on that show. Like he's on Raw, so it's like, all right, you wanna come here and get involved in business here? We gonna intervene and cost you something, or maybe Jimmy will help his brother out to retain his title, and maybe that'd be a way for him to rejoin back up with the previous bloodline. You know what I mean? So that would be good to see, but it looked like that Jay may end up losing the title as well. Also, like I said, Brock Lesnar and I'm hearing AJ Lee supposed to make their way back. I'm hearing strong rumors about that, especially with AJ Lee and well, especially with Brock Lesnar.